You know how we just started using, military assets to smoke banana boats and shit like that coming from Dominica and Venezuela with cocaine? Put a whole ton of cocaine in the ocean. But you ever notice how the rhetoric on TV is always because they're trying to combat the fentanyl, which is the #1 overdose killer here in America. It's also the #1 prescribed opioid since 2019 when Anthony Fauci had the FDA approve it for outpatient prescriptions. Pfizer, Johnson & Johnson, and Moderna make it in Michigan. And even though we smoke these banana boats, I've noticed that there has not been a fentanyl bust at the border. Where are the shipyards? And as I've been saying, the fentanyl epidemic was created by the government. Just like the crack epidemic in the 80s. The government dropping crack into neighborhoods. And I can go on about how Suboxone plays into all this too, but there have been fentanyl busts. Like this one.
Leading cause of fatal overdoses in Tennessee. And today, Murfreesboro police say they busted a network of people making and selling fentanyl.
Oh, did you just say making fentanyl?
Dryden Quigley reports how they uncovered the crime.
The investigation started in 2023 when a Murfreesboro man died from an overdose.
I wonder how important this man was. I've lost a lot of friends to fentanyl. I've even lost my own birth father. He must have been a police officer's kid or a brother to a cop. But nonetheless, this happened in 2023. Okay, my pops died in 2020. And since 2023, I've probably buried 15 people on fentanyl overdoses. So, not to downplay the seriousness of the fentanyl epidemic here, but listen.
Now, police officers say they've seized 15 pounds of fentanyl. That's enough to kill 3 million people.
3 million people that have not came into contact with it before. But let's face it, people don't just one day up and want to try fentanyl. You know what I'm saying? Most people that do fentanyl were already an opioid addict of some sort or another. Heroin, painkillers, Suboxone. Yeah. Buprenorphine is actually more powerful than fentanyl. Suboxone is buprenorphine and naloxone. Naloxone is Narcan. Narcan is the only thing that can bring you back from an OD on an opioid. So for 15 years now, since Suboxone has been prescribed, they've been building up users' tolerances to opioids, so they need more to get the same feeling, and their tolerance to Narcan. And if the Narcan was not in that Suboxone, the Suboxone strip would kill them. Each strip would kill multiple people. Now what happens is when these people can't get their Suboxone like normal, they get something off the street, and it's got fentanyl in it. It takes a lot more for them to feel something. Therefore, they end up intaking more fentanyl to balance their tolerance, but they forget they also have a tolerance to Narcan. So when one does OD, it's very hard to revive them. It takes a lot of Narcan. And most of the times, it unfortunately don't work. So keep that all in thought real quick. But let's finish this one out.
These are the 33 people tied to what the police called a major drug trafficking operation. They're charged with everything from second-degree homicide to fentanyl distribution.
So that's a 2-year investigation. That means for 2 years, the police watched these people and allowed them to still distribute fentanyl, which in turn was still killing people. So they were allowing it to happen in the name of investigation to where they could get an indictment and a case. See, that's the other end of the government orchestrated drug epidemics. Tennessee has a private prison system, of which now these 33 people will be a part of. And for them, that's 33 paychecks. It has nothing to do with justice. If they had something to do with justice, they would have stopped it when they started observing it.
Over the past 2 years, the Murfreesboro Police, Metro Nashville Police, and Tennessee Bureau of Investigation worked together. They discovered a fentanyl lab in Nashville, stopped plans to commit first-degree murder, and dismantled a drug distribution system.